What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. It's Wednesday, July 24th, 2019. It's New Comic Wednesday, and you know what that means. That's right, it's time for my comic book pull list. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel today. Now, please make sure you're subscribed and click the little bell and all of that good stuff. I occasionally do giveaways and things like that. And before I get into my comic book pull list, I am going to announce the winner of my 300 subscriber giveaway. In case you didn't already know, I was doing a giveaway when I hit 300 subscribers, and that was for a digital copy of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And the winner of that contest, of that giveaway, is Fatal J. Fatal J, please get a hold of me in my About section here on the channel. You can get a hold of me through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all of those good things to get me your information, or so I can send you the code for this digital copy of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Today is Wednesday, New Comic Book Days. You should get out and support your local comic book shop. Every single Wednesday, new comic books are released. And every single Wednesday, I go over my comic book pull list. If you don't know what a comic book pull list is, there should be a video right up there that you can go to and watch and let you know what that is. Now, getting into my comic book pull list, the first thing I want to talk about are these Marvel comics that they do every week, these Marvel's True Believers. These are $1 issues right here of classic tales that they just reprint. They only cost $1. So if you're not into comic books, you don't have much money to spend on comic books, or you're just getting into it and you need a good comic book to read, you should probably check these out. They only cost $1. That is one hell of a value. Like right here, we've got this one right here that's called Mania. This is actually a reprint of Venom issue number 1. The next one here is Separation Anxiety Venom. This is a reprint of Separation Anxiety Venom number 1. So that's all in the True Believers I have. They usually have 2, maybe 3 that they release every week. One time they had some they had like Star Wars ones. They had all kinds of different ones. Like one week I was like, whoa, I got a stack of True Believers. Anyway, you should get out and check out your local comic book shop. They'll have those there. The next one I have here is the X-Men. This is a facsimile copy of X-Men, the double-size X-Men, Phoenix Must Die. What is it? Originally printed as X-Men number 137. So this is just a, you can see here on the back there, it's an exact replica of the issue that was released originally. So it's something, kind of cool when they do these. It's a classic tale. And you can see, it's $4.99. Costs just as much as, the regular books do. I mean, it's a pretty thick book. You probably can't see that, tell that there on camera, but again, it's a classic tale. It's one of the classic tales. It's not one of the newer comic books. It's a lot of people really like the classic stuff a lot more, because there are certain artists and certain writers, obviously, who help build up this industry of great comic books that we have to read. So that's why these books are always a very good value. Now, moving into the rest of my comic books that I have today is Valkyrie issue number 1. Jane Foster Valkyrie. Never read any of this series. Obviously, it's a number 1, so we're going to check this out, see how it is, and I will be bringing you guys a review on that very, very soon. The next one I have here is Fearless, issue number 1. Now, this is a 3-issue series. I believe there's only going to be 3 of these, and so I went ahead and picked them up. I can just, going to give them a read, see how they are, because that's what I do here. I talk a lot about comic books, and I bring you reviews on those comic books. The next one I have here is another number 1, and that is Swordmaster, issue number 1. Like I said, I do have this poster right over here, right? He's a new guy, new comic book. We've got to check this out, man. We've got to see how it is. Arrow issue number 1. I've also got that poster right up there. I thought it was a pretty good book. I need to get a review done on that one as well. I definitely should on these number 1s. The next one I have here is The House of X. Jonathan Hickman returns to Marvel Comics to write The House of X, and next week will be The Powers of X. Now, these are basically, as far as I know, they are basically kind of rebooting the X-Men universe. I'm not really too for sure. I haven't read this book yet, obviously, so I guess I'll let you guys know about that in a review coming up. If not, you could always go check out some other reviews here on YouTube. I know I already seen one of the guys here that I follow, Chillmonger, actually just dropped his review. You could go check that out, or even Comic Book University. Good stuff. Professor Bill Bill over there does a good job on his channel. Now, the next one I have here this is actually one that I just forgot to pick up last week. I've been collecting this series for what reason I don't know at this point, but you know, I'm going to see it through to the end because there's only one issue left, and that is Spider-Man City at War, issue number 5. Okay, and there's 6 parts to this series. Now, this is based off the Sony PS4 Spider-Man game that just came out last year. Very good game. If you haven't played it, you should check it out. The next one I have here is Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 7. Now, I am a couple of issues behind here on the Guardians of the Galaxy, but Donny Cates been writing it. First few issues that I have read, pretty good issues. You should get out there and check that out. As I'm not sure if you guys can tell what's going there on what's happening there on the cover, but doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. The final one I have for the week is The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 26. 26, right? Yeah. Issue number 26. Now, Nick Spencer has been doing a great job over there on this book. I liked it. You know, the series itself, it really kicked off good, and then it seemed to kind of slow down a little bit, and then we got into the Hunted series that just happened. Had, you know, a bunch of basically. There was doing the Hunted, and then they had the Hunted.hu issues of those. You know, like they had like issue 18.hu, which was a tie-in. It wasn't anything you absolutely had to read, but they kind of dove into some of the Spider-Man's foes and gave a little bit of backstory on them in those books. Overall it was a pretty good little event that they did there. That's all I have for my comic book pull list this week, but let me know, what do you have on your comic book pull list this week? And what would you like to see me talk about more on the Trailer Park Live this Friday? In case you don't already know, I do a live show every single Friday night called the Trailer Park Live, where I start off the show by going over some of the comic books that I pulled for the week, and then I get in and interact with all the viewers there in the live chats. It's always a very good time every single time you guys show up. You guys, the viewers, are what make that show. And you guys have just been awesome, and I thank you all so much for being there. Typically on Mondays I do the Trailer Park News, where I kind of just really just give you comic previews and I act silly for a little while. And then on Wednesdays here I do my comic book pull list, and I do occasionally drop some other videos throughout the week. I've been doing superhero life tips, in which I'm just kind of flapping my gums about things that I think that you may need, just little things that you might need to help improve something in your life. Maybe you have a goal to reach, or maybe you're just starting something new, and I want to help you reach those goals. I want to help you be successful in your life, because you know what? We need to help make the world a better place by everybody being successful, and that's one of the reasons I started doing that. That's why I call it Superhero Life Tips, because they can help you be the superhero in your own life. You should also go and check out Drunk 3PO. He is a friend of mine. I go over. He does a show every single week called on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Or no, that's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm on Pacific Standard Time. Every single Tuesday, called some Black Guys and a Drunk. It's a very good show. We all get together and just kind of chat about some of the things going on in movies, music, or movies and comic books, and just things in the news and things like that. So it's a very good show. A lot of great guys on that panel. I'm very, very lucky to be a part of it. A bunch of great guys on there, and you should go check them out. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel today. Now, like I said, if you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell so you get notifications anytime I have uploaded new content. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And while you're at it, make sure that you share with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the Second Street Marvel. You all have a very great day. Happy reading, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.